Imagine your child facing a tough challenge, maybe struggling with a school project or failing at a new skill. Do they give up easily, or do they push through, determined to succeed? What if I told you that the secret to raising a child who never gives up isn't about talent or intelligence, but something far more powerful? Success isn't about talent, it's about perseverance. Teach your child how to handle failure and keep trying with this simple mindset shift. Welcome to Bright Beginning Hub. In today's video, we're diving into the secret to raising a child with grit and resilience, the kind of determination that helps them overcome obstacles, bounce back from failures, and keep going no matter what. You'll learn simple but powerful mindset shifts, practical parenting strategies, and the key habits that will help your child develop unshakable perseverance. So, if you want to raise a child who thrives in the face of challenges, stick around, this video is for you.
Have you ever noticed that some children keep trying, even when things get really hard, while others give up at the first sign of trouble? Maybe your child struggles with a tough math problem, loses a game, or fails at something new, and instead of trying again, they just quit. The truth is, success isn't about being the smartest or the most talented. It's about never giving up, no matter how hard things get. Many people believe that kids are either born talented or not. But that's not true. The secret to success is something called perseverance, the ability to keep going even when things are tough. And the good news, perseverance isn't something kids are born with, it's something they can learn. The importance of grit and resilience. Life is full of challenges. No matter how much we love and protect our children, they will face difficulties, whether in school, friendships, or future careers. If they don't learn how to handle failure now, they'll struggle later in life. That's why teaching grit and resilience is one of the best gifts you can give your child. It helps them stay strong, keep trying, and believe in themselves even when things don't go their way. Imagine a child who falls off their bike and refuses to get back on, compared to a child who falls, brushes off the dirt, and tries again. Which one do you think will grow up to be successful? The child who keeps trying. That's because resilience, the ability to bounce back from failure, is the key to achieving anything in life. In this video, we'll explore what grit and resilience really mean and why they are so important. You'll learn simple but powerful ways to help your child develop these traits, including how to change the way they think about failure, how to encourage a growth mindset, and how to support them when they feel like giving up. We'll also dive into real-life examples, practical parenting tips, and expert-backed strategies that you can start using right away. By the end of this video, you'll have everything you need to raise a child who faces challenges with confidence and never gives up. Understanding grit and resilience. So, what exactly is grit? Grit is the ability to keep going even when things are difficult. It's about having the determination to stick with a challenge, even when it gets frustrating. Think about an athlete training for a race. They don't stop just because they feel tired. They push through, knowing that every bit of effort makes them stronger. That's grit. Resilience, on the other hand, is the ability to bounce back after failure. Imagine a rubber ball. When you throw it to the ground, it doesn't stay down, it bounces back up. That's exactly what resilience is. It means teaching kids that failure is not the end of the road, it's just a stepping stone to success. The science behind perseverance. Studies show that children who develop grit and resilience are more likely to succeed in school, sports, and life in general. Psychologist Angela Duckworth, who has studied grit for years, found that perseverance is a bigger predictor of success than intelligence or talent. This means that children who keep trying, even when things are hard, are the ones who achieve great things. Think about famous people like Thomas Edison, who failed over 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb, or Michael Jordan, who was cut from his high school basketball team but kept practicing until he became one of the greatest players of all time. They weren't born successful. They worked hard, failed many times, and never gave up. That's the power of perseverance. Examples in everyday life. You don't have to look far to see examples of grit in everyday life. Think about a baby learning to walk. They fall down over and over again, but they don't stop trying. They keep getting up until they finally take their first steps. That's resilience in action. Another great example is learning to ride a bike. At first, kids wobble, fall, and sometimes get scared. But with encouragement and practice, they keep going until they can ride with confidence. These small moments teach children that challenges are a normal part of life, and that they can overcome them with patience and effort. Core principles for raising a resilient child. Cultivating a growth mindset. One of the biggest reasons children give up easily is because they believe they are either good or bad at something. This is called a fixed mindset, the belief that abilities are set in stone. But the truth is, the brain works like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. This means that kids can improve at anything if they keep practicing. This belief is called a growth mindset, and it is the key to building grit and resilience. To help your child develop a growth mindset, praise their effort instead of just their talent. Instead of saying, "Wow, you're so smart," say, "Wow, I love how hard you worked on this." When kids understand that success comes from effort, they won't be afraid to struggle. Instead, they'll see challenges as opportunities to grow. Reframing failure as a learning opportunity. Many children fear failure because they think it means they aren't good enough. But failure is not the opposite of success, it's part of the journey to success. Every mistake is a chance to learn and improve. The more kids understand this, the less afraid they'll be to try new things. A great way to teach this is to share your own mistakes with your child. Tell them about times you failed but kept going. For example, if you burned food while cooking or got a question wrong at work, talk about how you learned from it. When children see that even adults make mistakes and learn from them, they'll feel more comfortable doing the same. Valuing effort over innate talent. Some kids think that if something is hard, it means they aren't good at it. But the truth is, even the most talented people in the world had to work hard to get where they are. Talent might give someone a small advantage, but effort is what leads to real success. A great way to reinforce this lesson is by telling stories of famous people who failed before they succeeded. For example, Walt Disney was fired from a job because they said he lacked imagination. But he didn't give up. He kept working and created Disney. Stories like this show kids that success isn't about being naturally gifted, it's about never giving up. Building emotional intelligence. Resilient kids don't just push through challenges, they also learn how to handle their emotions when things go wrong. Emotional intelligence means understanding feelings, expressing them in healthy ways, and staying calm under pressure. When children can manage their emotions, they are less likely to give up when faced with difficulties. You can help your child by teaching them to name their feelings. Instead of just saying, "I'm mad," encourage them to say, "I'm frustrated because this is hard." When they learn to recognize their emotions, they can also learn how to handle them, whether that means taking deep breaths, talking about their feelings, or asking for help when needed. Creating a safe and supportive environment. Children need a safe space to take risks and make mistakes without feeling ashamed. If they are constantly criticized or punished for failing, they will avoid challenges altogether. Instead, encourage them to try new things by letting them know that mistakes are okay. For example, if your child tries to build a tower with blocks and it falls, don't say, "That's wrong." Instead, say, "Wow, you tried something new. Let's see how we can make it stronger next time." When kids feel supported, they are more likely to take risks and keep trying, even when things get tough. Practical parenting strategies. Modeling resilience as a parent. Children learn more from what they see than from what they hear. If they see you giving up easily, they will likely do the same. But if they see you facing challenges with a positive attitude, they will learn to do that too. Parents are the first role models of resilience. The next time you struggle with something, whether it's fixing something at home or dealing with stress, talk to your child about it. Say things like, "This is hard, but I won't give up," or, "I made a mistake, but that's okay. I'll try again." By showing them that you handle difficulties with determination, you teach them to do the same. Encouraging problem solving and decision making. Resilient kids don't just wait for adults to solve their problems, they learn to think for themselves. Encouraging children to solve problems on their own helps them build confidence and independence. For example, if your child loses a toy and immediately asks you to find it, resist the urge to fix it for them right away. Instead, ask, "Where do you think you left it? What can we do to find it?" By guiding them to think through solutions instead of fixing everything for them, you teach them to handle challenges with confidence. Setting realistic goals and celebrating progress. Big goals can feel overwhelming, but breaking them into smaller steps makes them easier to achieve. When kids see progress, they feel motivated to keep going. This is why setting small, achievable goals is important. For example, if your child is struggling with reading, don't expect them to read an entire book in one sitting. Start with 1 page a day, then increase it gradually. Celebrate each small victory by saying, "Wow, you read a whole page today. That's amazing." This builds confidence and teaches them that progress comes one step at a time. Supporting through setbacks. No matter how much we teach kids about resilience, they will still experience moments of frustration. When they feel like giving up, they need encouragement and support. Instead of saying, "Stop crying, it's not a big deal," say, "I know this is hard, but I believe in you." Sometimes, all a child needs is a reminder that mistakes don't define them. If they fail a test, don't focus on the failure, focus on what they can do next. Say, "This test didn't go well, but let's figure out how you can improve next time." This helps children see setbacks as temporary, rather than as reasons to quit. Overcoming common challenges. The first common challenges. Addressing the fear of failure. Many children fear failure because they don't want to disappoint others or feel embarrassed. This fear can make them avoid trying new things. The best way to help is by changing how they see failure. Teach them that failure is not the end, it's the beginning of learning. Instead of saying, "You failed," say, "You're learning." Remind them that everyone who was great at something once struggled at the beginning. Balancing support and independence. It's natural for parents to want to protect their children from failure. But if kids are always rescued, they won't learn how to handle challenges on their own. The key is to support them without doing everything for them. For example, if your child is struggling with homework, instead of giving them the answer, ask, "What do you think the answer might be?" This encourages them to think critically and develop problem-solving skills, while still knowing they have your support. Recognizing when challenges become overwhelming. While some challenges help kids grow, others might be too overwhelming. It's important to recognize when a child is truly struggling and needs extra help. If your child is becoming overly frustrated or anxious, take a break. Help them calm down before encouraging them to try again. Remind them that it's okay to struggle, but it's also okay to ask for help when needed. Tell your child inspirational stories of grit and resilience individuals. Real-life examples of resilient individuals. History is filled with stories of people who refused to give up, no matter how many times they failed. One of the most famous examples is Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb. He failed over 1,000 times before finally getting it right. When asked how he felt about failing so much, he said, "I didn't fail 1,000 times. The light bulb was an invention with 1,000 steps." This mindset, seeing failure as part of the learning process, is what made him successful. Another great example is Michael Jordan, one of the greatest basketball players of all time. When he was young, he was cut from his high school basketball team because the coach didn't think he was good enough. Instead of giving up, he practiced harder every day. Eventually, he became a basketball legend. His story teaches us that setbacks don't define us, our determination does. Everyday heroes. Children who show grit. Grit isn't just something for famous people, it's something children can develop too. Take Bethany Hamilton, for example. She was a young surfer who lost her arm in a shark attack at just 13 years old. Most people would have given up surfing forever, but not Bethany. She trained, adjusted to using one arm, and became a professional surfer, inspiring millions around the world. Even in everyday life, children show resilience. Think about a child learning to swim. At first, they might struggle, get water in their nose, and feel frustrated. But the ones who keep trying eventually learn to swim with confidence. These small moments build lifelong resilience and show that grit isn't about being perfect, it's about never giving up. Recap of key takeaways. Raising a child who never gives up is one of the greatest gifts you can give them. Success isn't about being the smartest or the most talented, it's about having the determination to keep going. By teaching your child the power of grit and resilience, you're preparing them to face life's challenges with confidence. We've learned that grit is about persistence, resilience is about bouncing back, and both can be taught. By fostering a growth mindset, Celebrating effort, and showing support during setbacks, we help children develop the inner strength they need to succeed in life. Encouragement to apply these lessons. Now that you have these powerful tools, start applying them in your child's daily life. Praise their efforts, encourage them to solve problems, and remind them that failure is just a step toward success. When they struggle, be there to guide them, not by solving their problems for them, but by helping them believe in their ability to overcome challenges. Raising a resilient child takes time, but every small step matters. Imagine your child growing up to be someone who faces challenges with confidence, keeps trying no matter what, and believes in themselves even when things get tough. That's the power of grit, and it starts with you. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new video from Bright Beginning Hub. We're here to help you on your parenting journey with valuable tips and insights. We'd love to hear from you. What's one way you encourage resilience in your child? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to learn from you and continue this important conversation. Thanks for watching, and remember, every child has the potential for greatness. They just need the right mindset to unlock it.